Hey, hey, Blue Table fans, and welcome to a bat rep. This is a War Machine bat rep. James and Brett, yes, as you requested. They were just here to play a friendly game, and I'm like, oh, will you do a bat rep? And they went like this. They were like, oh man, really, we gotta record it. It takes me a while. But good old Spencer. See, it's the new guys. The new guys want to make an impression, so they're willing to actually, right now James is getting a little bit
Who drove you to lunch,
He's
Sean?
like, I have eaten dirt for this company.
I have literally.
Dirt. Yeah, we were at a convention and we really ran out of money, and it was like, guys, it's dirt or nothing.
Man, all I had to do was drive you to the store. I got off lucky.
That's right. Yeah, and Spencer took two of my veterans were like, yeah, we're too busy. We can't do that. I'm like, what? Who turns down I fly you? I buy you fly. Who does that? Nobody does that. But Spencer didn't even want me to buy anything for him. He was like, I'm watching my figure.
Yeah.
So anyway, I hope you enjoy the bat rep and get ready for some chills and spills. You've got two really great players, very personable people, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Hello everybody. Hi everybody. All right, I'm going to do a quick overview of my army real fast. I'm running Retribution here, and I'm running Raven as my caster. I've got the Hydra and the Gorgon, the two jacks, and I love the Hydra. It has its focus capacitor. Awesome, brilliant. Arcanist to run with my jacks. I've got two heavy rifle teams. So it's a rifle team and their spotter. And then I've got a full unit plus a unit attachment of Sentinels, and then a half unit of the Invictors, and 30 points. So I haven't run this list yet, so it'll be an interesting game.
Hey, Blue Table fans. James here with my Menoth. All right, Army. Start off with High Exemplar Krios. He's the bread and butter here. I do have Grand Exemplar Krios as well, but I'm running High Exemplar right now. In the back, we've got the Crusader, the Vanquisher, and the Repenter for my Warjacks. And we do have the Exemplar Incinerators unit, the big, bad, heavily armored guys right there. Got a Choir of Menoth here to give me a little bit of extra boosts, and the Knights Exemplar. And I'm actually running 29 points. So unfortunately, I don't have a model for 1 point in my list just yet. So we'll see what happens.
All right, everybody. We are going to play a scenario, and James is actually going to roll to see what scenario we're playing. So James, go ahead and roll a d6 there. 5. So going off of the scenario determination, number 5 is No Man's Land. So the way No Man's Land works, this one's fun. So it says description: with battle lines drawn 2 great army. Okay, blah blah. Special rules.
This was fun, blah, blah, blah.
That's just a fluffy thing.
I like this scenario, but
It
I'm not
says-
going to tell you what it says.
Mark an 8-inch wide area running east to west, centered on the center of the table. So basically going across the table this way. This is the No Man's Land. A player controls the No Man's Land if he has one or more models completely within it, and his opponent does not. For a unit to control No Man's Land, all models in the unit still in play must be completely within it. A warrior model must have a command greater than 1 to control a No Man's Land. Ignore wrecked or inert warjacks, wild war beasts, and fleeing models when checking for control. So victory conditions are: a player wins the game when he has the only remaining warcaster in play, or starting on the player's 3rd turn, a player wins when he ends his turn in control of the No Man's Land. So, yeah, by the end of turn 3, if no one has, or if one person has models in the middle and the other person does not, that person wins. Okay, so we've set up the No Man's Land. So we've got the 2 arrows here that correspond with these 2 arrows. So this is the goal. We want to control that area. There's a dead bug on there. So now we're going
Already
to...
casualties.
Yeah, now we're going to roll for... See who's going first. 6.
6.
How did he in?
9.
You definitely got me on that one. Okay, James, you pick in... which side are you picking? And who's going first?
I'm actually going to pick this side.
Okay.
Kind of get a little bit more smaller objects in your face there. And then I think I'm going to force you to go first.
All right. I get to play first.
All right, so I elected to deploy second and go second, and I've kind of boxed myself up in here. Got my Incinerators, my Knights over here. Krios is up on the hill. I had to double check, make sure that I'd be able to get down on the back side. Because in War Machine, that is important that you basically make sure that you're not going to try to move someplace where you can't. In
Jump
War
to
Machine,
your
it's
death.
the 1 inch rule. So the base, whatever you're standing on, has to be at least 1 inch, and the height can't be more than 1 inch in order for you to just go up and over it. And I don't want to have to deal with falling or anything like that. So, and then the war jacks, and of course, the choir split up to kind of give them some support. So we'll see what happens.
All right, I deployed first, and I've lined my guys out here. So I have my caster, the 2 heavy rifle teams, the Hydra and the Arcanist over here. I've got the Invictors, the Gorgon over here, and then I have my Sentinels over here. So it should be interesting. See what happens. All right, turn 1, I start. 6 focus. I am going to put 3 on my Hydra. And then I am going to cast Snipe, which is a 2-point spell, on the Hydra as well. Anyways, I allocated 3 focus to the Hydra. And now I'm going to start activating my models. First off is going to be the Invictors, and they have a movement of 5 inches. So I'm going to move them over here and kind of hopefully create a deterrent to coming this way, I guess you could say. And then I will move the Gorgon up as well. There's 6. He actually moves faster than my infantry.
He's got longer legs.
He does have longer legs. I'm also going to move up the heavy rifle teams. Now they're considered light artillery, so they can't move and shoot in the same activation. So I have to move them up first, get them into position before they can actually start shooting. So I'm going to hopefully get them into a position where they can cover a lot of ground, because they've got ridiculous range. Alrighty, I finished my movement, or my turn. So what I did is I moved my Invictors up, the Gorgon. I moved both rifle teams up. I ran the Sentinels. And they're split into 2 things here, but this is my leader unit here, so I am within 10 inches, which is his command range. So everybody's within coherency there. And then I cast Snipe on the Hydra, which is an upkeep spell. Yeah, that finishes my turn. It's now on James.
All right. So we have 7 focus on Krios, which is awesome. So we're going to go 1, 1, 1, leaving him with 4 for his own nefarious purposes. The very first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the choir. Actually, no, we're going to go ahead and activate the Crusader first. And he's going to use his focus to run. So his whopping 4 becomes an 8.
He's just trying to get the heavy guns up into the no man's land real quick.
All right. Then next up is the Vanquisher. Now he actually does have a heavy gun. And he himself, and he's going to run as well. He's going to go just like that. Okay. Then we're going to take the Repenter. Now he's speed 5, so he's going to run, but he's not going to run as full. He's only going to run up here and hang out there, kind of like hit me, hit me. Next up, the Acquire. Now they can actually move up to 6, which is awesome. So 6 inches. Actually,
You know, it's so hard to keep up with those heavy warjacks.
oh yeah, I know. It's just
They're fast.
I'm breaking a sweat there, I tell you what. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna set him up here just so he doesn't fall over. All right. Now, one of the benefits of the choir is they get to buff my jacks, and in this case, what they're going to do is they're going to cast Passage, or their hymn. They're going to sing the Passage hymn. What that does is the warjack cannot be targeted by non-magical ranged attacks.
How do you feel about that, Brett?
Now, I do know that he's Retribution, so, you know, I got to do what I can, though. All right, so I basically pushed everybody forward, running up the jacks, moving up the choir here, and running my infantry up here. So I'm actually kind of liking where I'm at right now. I'm feeling good about this. I got some surprises in store for Brett.
Are you feeling good about it, Brett?
Yes, I'm fine.
All right. Going on to turn 2.
You know, one of the first rules of war is to know your enemy.
Sun Tzu over here.
Okay, maintenance phase, turn 2. I'm going to get my 6 focus back. I'm going to spend 1 to upkeep Snipe on the Hydra. And you'll notice that I kept the 3 focus on him because he has focus capacitor. It allows him to carry over focus from the previous turn. Awesome. So effectively, I now have 9 focus on this turn. So yeah.
But you cannot put more on it.
Correct. You cannot put more than 3 on there. However, he also has this thing called, let me get the exact phrase for it here, kinetic capacitor, which makes it so that if he gets hit by a melee or ranged attack, he gains a focus. And he can gain focus beyond the normal 3.
It's pretty
Yeah, so
awesome.
if I already have 3 on there, he gets more if he gets hit by ranged attacks. Anyways, okay. Thingy where I have to get knocked down if I get hit? Or is that a spell you have to cast?
That's actually a spell.
Okay.
I would have to cast.
But you didn't, so okay. Anyways.
That's the other caster.
Oh, okay. Oh, which one's this?
This is High Exemplar Krios.
Is this the epic one or the non-epic
This is
one?
the non-epic.
Okay, this is non-epic.
Yeah.
All right.
I got some surprises for you.
So you were using the epic one last time?
Yep.
Oh, I don't think I knew that. Anyways, the Invictors are going to try and take a shot at these guys here. They have 10 inches. They moved up their 5. They have 10 inches, and it's actually just out of range.
Oh.
No good, no shot. All right, I will move up the Gorgon, and he moves 6.
Ooh, we're gonna get some combat going.
Well, the Gorgon also has a gun.
He's going to move right here. And he's going to take a shot at him.
Sweet.
Yeah. And because he does have his choir going on there, his attack is magical.
How is it magical?
How is it magical?
For the fans.
It is magical because it is. It has the symbol on here that says magical weapon. It is a polarity cannon.
Come on, James.
All
You know
right, so
lasers
it's,
are magic.
It's
Yeah, I
really
know,
not
right?
all that powerful, but if I can get a shot off, I'm going to try. So it's range 10, so I may not even have range here.
Nope.
And again, I'm just out of range.
Like fizzles just before it gets to
Yeah,
him.
unfortunate. So,
I think that's the sound it made too.
yeah. However, the Hydra, which I'm going to activate now, will be in range.
And why will the Hydra be in range?
Here's the reasons why. I'm going to keep him stationary. He's going to take a shot at him. Snipe grants him +4 to range. So his range is already 12 inches, so that gets him up to 16 inches. Then he has a special rule, which is called Focus Powered. And it says, for each focus point on this model when it declares an attack with this weapon, the weapon being the Force Cannon, the weapon gains +1 to range and +1 to power for the rest of the attack. So that effectively puts me up to, what is it?
19 inches?
So James, let's see if we're in range here. There's 19 inches.
Just.
You are in range.
Just.
And
Yeah.
like
By
my-
an inch and a half. That was.
like
He's
the other
barely
weapon,
in.
It's a magical weapon, so you don't have to worry about his choir there. So now, normally it's power 12, but because he has 3 focus, it is now power 15. And correct, but I also get +2 to the
+2 accuracy
my
bonus.
attack, the accuracy bonus for me. So let's get some rolling done. My rat is 5. James, what is your defense?
Effectively 12 now.
Okay, effectively 12, so that effectively my rat is 7. So I'm at 5 to hit. Oh, that is horrible. All right, can't do anything about
Is this going to be the story of Brett's game?
that. Hopefully not.
2 out of ranges and a double 1 on the first
that's
shot.
pretty brutal, but alrighty. All right, I'm sure you guys are going to be saying, why didn't he boost that attack roll? And it's arrogance. I thought I had it in the bag. But the nice thing about the Hydra is that focus isn't wasted. I get that focus the next turn. So that's the one saving grace about that. Anyways, quick recap.
There has to be
here.
some positive
Yeah,
to that
I have to
flop.
put a positive spin on this. I ran my Invictor, so they are now completely 100% in the No Man's Land, so which means they have control of No Man's Land right now. So for a unit to control No Man's Land, the entire unit has to be in it. A solo can control it, but he has to have a command higher than 1. So right now they're in control of No Man's Land, yeah.
just to give you guys an idea, that is pretty much the width of no man's land. So there's not really a
It's 8
whole
inches.
lot.
Yep.
Yep.
So we are halfway
You
through
can fit
turn 2
there.
now, so we have a turn and a half to see what happens.
All right. Moved up my jacks up here. Just walking this time. Ran up here in his face, and now we're going to try to open fire here. I do have a 10-inch range on this big blast gun. Oh,
That's
yeah.
not the technical term for it.
Okay, my guys have defensive line, which gives them +2 to their armor. Just,
Don't they have to be in base contact for that? Is that not like shield wall?
it is base-to-base contact. They are intent to be in base-to-base contact.
That was not clearly stated to me earlier.
It was pretty obvious I was running him in base-to-base.
And now we know how Brett wins.
All right.
One against him. Actually, I did it once.
Yes. Out of, now, keeping track, I believe it's 13 or 14 games?
Roughly.
Somewhere in that rough range. Brett has beaten me one time. So, yeah.
But how much longer have you been playing this game than I have?
Not much longer, actually. I've just been
but
playing.
longer.
Yes. All right, so let's see what happens here. First, what's your defense?
Okay, defense on these guys is 12.
Okay. Now, my
Here, I'll
rat
hold that.
is 5.
Nice.
And I'm going to go ahead and boost that.
Okay, so you have 7.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, he hits. So, this guy takes full strength attack. These two take half strength.
Yep, and I'm going to go ahead and boost the damage.
Okay, they are at armor 17.
All right, so let's do him first. This is a fire and continuous fire effect.
Nice.
Power is 14, so it's dice minus 3. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Do they have more than 1 hit point?
Nope, he's toast.
Okay.
Alrighty. And they take, other guys take half strength.
Yep.
So you said it's 14, so
Right.
it's damage 7.
Damage 7.
Against armor 17.
Armor 17,
Yep.
Minus 10.
so minus 10. I'm only rolling 2 because you only boost the 1 attack, correct? Okay. Oh, nope.
Nothing?
And 4, nothing there.
Okay, but this
So
is
even
fire
though
effect.
they are no longer, they would be considered no longer in base to base because they killed the front guy there, then they do get fire and they are continuous fire. So they're burning up.
So is the ways of Menoth.
Base to base, what?
Because they killed the front guy, he was in base to base contact with both. Those two aren't in base to base. It still wouldn't have mattered even with that. So
Okay.
even with it,
They're-
I'm grasping
They're
at
trying.
straws.
Okay, I guess I better make sure all these guys are exactly within base to base. Otherwise, this is gonna come back to bite me.
This is why nobody plays with James.
I'm slightly analytical.
Okay. Next.
So to recap, shot a guy over here, caught them on fire, moved my choir up, and Krios over here cast Lamentation. Now what that does is basically all of his spells, upkeep, all of that costs double to use while he's in his control area. And that's 14 inches out, which is just shy of right here, but it kind of gives me a little bit of a buffer there. So we'll see what's happening next.